I got worried yesterday that Dan Salvato was not actually punning his name. He was actually translating it. What I mean by that is Salvato sounds kind of Italian to me. And because I would suspect that salvation is an English borrowed word from Latin, and English has a lot of borrowed words from Latin because we had traditions at least dating back to the times of Newton, where we'd write all of our technical documents in Latin, and that still permeates through how we often create technical terms in Latin for seemingly no reason, just to make it more difficult to become a doctor. But anyway, and because the Northern French, the Normans invaded England in 1066, and when they did so, they took French into England and they used it as the formal language. And so West Saxon adopted a whole bunch of French words. And these were old French words, so this were back when French was closer to Latin than it is now. Anyway, Salvato is actually Italian. It's a form of to save in Italian, but it's the past, I believe, past tense third person singular conjugation. So it's like saved. Um, So I guess it's still a pun. Team Salvation is still a pun on Team Salvato in that it's a cross verb conjugation pun. Um, so I guess I'm somewhat justified in cracking up at it, and not just like cracking up at somebody's translation of their name, thinking it's a pun. Yeah, as English speakers, we don't really do that whole thing anymore where proper names mean something. A lot of the times in the ancient world, your proper name or your name had some meaning, and often it described you. You'd actually call people fool and father of many and things like that. Um, and the Native Americans were kind of reminded us of that when we came over like little horse, right? That was a name. Um, but now in the United States, all our names are just like you pick a name from this preset library of names that have always been used. Um, in order for it to be a unique in air quotes, identifier for a person and nothing else. It's just an identifier. Oftentimes, a lot of people share the same name because the library is of fixed size. And so it does not serve as a unique identifier, and its purpose fails. My first name, which I try not to say on recording as hard as possible, I think I've avoided doing it so far, or at least when I've done it, deleted it, is extremely common. And so I'm often not well uniquely identified with it. But I will say that my last name, which I hopefully will also never say on recording, does have meaning in English. Not that that meaning means anything anymore several generations after it was given. Anyway. So, first thing I'm going to try today is I got this idea. Let me go back to the pictures. The glitch happened where, it resolved itself. The glitch happened where all these appeared as new again when I first loaded the game, but since I started recording, it's fixed itself randomly. Is to try to unlock this. And so I thought about this a little more. It may be that the threshold for getting this piece of artwork is lower than the threshold for getting these. What do I mean by that? Well, to get this, it may be that you just got to roll all of the special poems at least once. Whereas the secrets aren't necessarily just rolling that special poem, as evidenced by this one. In order to get the secret, you have to stare at it long enough for the dot to turn into I love you. And it may be that if you don't do that, this stays locked, but you still get this. This is just a suspicion of mine. I haven't confirmed it. I know that I wasn't able to test that because when I got this, I got it after the first time I unlocked this poem. So, because I hadn't gotten this one yet, this wasn't here, and then I got it, and then that was here. But then I also got this at the same time before checking my art, and so I didn't know which one. I wasn't able to tell whether or not I would have had to waited till I see this to get to get this particular piece of art. Anyway, why do I bring that up? Well, it might be that that's what's going on with this. So it says there are 11 special poems. There's only 10 spaces here. That might be because the 11th special poem is just like the scattered up image of Monica. It's not really a special poem. This right here is the Happy Thoughts poem. But it may not have appeared because it might be like this. And if you look at it long enough, it changes. Don't know, but don't know if that's the case, just guessing. And this might appear anyway, but you may not necessarily unlock this image. So I'm going to try to test that by rolling special poems over and over again. So let's roll for special poems until we can get the Happy Thoughts poem, which I've been trying to avoid in the past. Okay. Already got this one, so try again. Enable content warnings. Okay. What does it like all the nastiest lines? There's a warning that shows up. Okay. So I get tedious after a while. Up, already got this one. Can get really tedious. There is actually 3 you get per Act 2. But, it seems like it would be easier just to do just rolls as opposed to going through all 3. The probability of getting the one you want is 1 out of 11 for the first one, but then it's just like you're gonna get a 1 out of 10 and a 1 out of 9. That isn't very much better. Yeah, I think this is what the 11th special poem is. The special poem that does not have a secret image associated with it. Oh, maybe we'll try it. I got my skip after decisions going, and I got my skip at max speed. Do this. Do this. Is that it? Hope I already got that one. Okay. So that didn't work. No, I'm just gonna check. Um, nope, no new pictures. Okay. Keep rolling. It was only partially your fault. Uh, I never saw that. I haven't seen that before. I already did this one. Okay. Already seen this one and already unlocked it. We're getting different ones every time though. That's good. I haven't seen. You haven't gotten a repeat yet. At least it's cycling through. Maybe it'll be nice to me like that. Okay, already seen this one. That was the last one I got. That unlocked the that painting of Monica. Um, still haven't gotten there yet. Oh, we got a repeat. Keep beating on this game until it gives me what I want. Nope, I already have this one. Not a repeat though, which is good. Oh, another repeat. Wonder if there's like an instant skips in the settings. Nope, there's no instant skips. Okay. Nope. Not a repeat, but not what I want. Phooey. Nope. I already pointed this out, but hopefully you noticed. Well, you probably wouldn't because of the way I mix my audio, but if you get "Can you hear me?" and you move on to the next screen, you hear a laugh. It's like literally, "Can you hear my laugh?" Nope. This 1 out of 11 roll is not a very good bet, isn't it? I mean, there are games with worse rolls. Usually there's something built in like you just always get the correct roll after the third try or something. This doesn't have a correct roll. This is all 11 rolls are correct in the eyes of the game. Nope. Laughs at me again. Main menu. Ah, phooey. I'll have to chapter this and timestamp when I finish this part because it's going to take a long time. It's going to be incredibly boring. I don't have anything interesting to say while it's happening. This again. Nope. 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 Okay, here we go. Finally got it. Let's see if I stare at it long enough, it'll change. Well, nothing so far. I think if I click anywhere, it's just going to go on to the next line of dialogue. Can't box draw. Yes, I can. I don't want to try it because once I like undo the click, it's going to go on to the next screen. Of course, it could just be that this is supposed to show up in your secrets, and it not doing so is just a bug. Okay, no box was drawn. I just moved on to darkness. Hmm. Nope. I stared out plenty of enough time that it took for this to change, and it didn't change. Huh. Maybe I'm supposed to stare at it even longer? So I might try more of that off screen and say on the next recording if it worked or not. Um, 'Cause that's definitely the last special poem. It's just that there's something more to it that I'm not getting. Or it's just a bug. But I'm pretty sure it's not a bug because other people have managed to get all of the 100% data collection. Unless it's just a bug for me in particular. Okay, well then... yeah, sometimes that this is not meant for children who are easily disturbed turns into it's not entirely your fault. I don't know why I'm doing this again. Yeah, I'd have to re-roll. Okay, next thing to try. So, well, I guess I'll just end that one there. Well, I'm going to try some more of that off screen, and then I'll probably have to upload this, which is going to be embarrassing because there's going to be nothing in it. My next suspicion is that I think when it comes to the game thinking the date in your computer is set to these dates, it actually doesn't care about the month or the year, only the day. The reason why I say that is because I had seen before these dates being replaced with a time. When that happens, when your calendar in your computer is set to that date, the thing is though, that's happened when it's been in August and September of 2021, which makes me believe that only the day has to line up with these days for it to register. Now, that means only the day matters, and that means only one number matters. So that kind of makes me think that maybe changing the day to the 14th might be a good idea. Changing it to the 11th might be a good idea because or the 12th, because that's when you come back from this weekend. And changing it to the 1st might be a good idea because if I were to unlock another email for getting to a greater data collection threshold, say I got to 100% data collection, then that date on that email is likely going to be the 1st. So I might be able to just take that hint before I get it. So that's what I'm going to try next. And then after that, I'm going to try to get those last 2 Steam achievements by trying to delete Monica after doing all the monologues. I don't know if that's what unlocks them, but that's what I try to do, in hopes that doing things differently in that way will get me achievements that I haven't previously got. Okay, so I'll stop this one here, and this one was terrible. I'll try to do a better one next time.